We've been coming to Gigi's Playhouse since my son was 5 months old. We started during the pandemic when things were still virtual. We were doing LMNOP just through the computer and kind of got to meet our friends that way. I think transitioning to in-person was so awesome for Grayson. It was almost like he was meeting little celebrities because he had seen these people on the screens every week for months, and so to actually get to play with them, he was over the moon and had such a great time. And it's nice to be able to come here and be in a safe space. So I think it's really helped Grayson learn how to socialize.
Every single week at LMNOP, you start in a circle and you sing welcome, welcome, welcome friends. And you go around the circle and say everybody's name. And not only is it a great way to learn your friends' names, but it was just such a fun way to start it. And it's kind of just what you think of when you think of LMNOP. So it's language, music, and our peeps. And that's what it is. It's getting those words out and using music. There would be little dance parties. Everything was geared towards therapy, but in such a fun way that the kids didn't realize that they were actually kind of learning and growing, and they put so much into it to make every week special.
Our family was one of the first families to participate in LMNOP. I have loved to watch the program develop through the years because in its core, it hasn't changed at all. So our kids are now 10, 8, and 6, and we haven't been in LMNOP for 6, 7 years. And now we're back here for the first time today, connecting with current participants, and it just brings me straight back to those days, and it just warms my heart that it continues to serve families just like it served ours.
First of all, I'm a grandparent of little Amelia. I started out in LMNOP and she's grown out of that, but I stick with the LMNOP, the little kids. But what I really like about it too is it hasn't just been the child with the Down syndrome, the brothers and sisters come too. All the kids, it's the family learning how to do this and stuff, and you find out one thing is they're just kids like everybody else. That's the key thing, she's just kids like everybody else.
We knew every week when we came, we were going to have these amazing people who consistently came, and they just loved our kids, all of them. They knew them and they knew what kind of activities they liked, and they would plan things accordingly so that everybody's needs were met.
What I really watch, because I can stand back and watch, it's the parents talking with each other, and they give each other support, and they'll talk about just all kinds of things. I mean, just things they have in common. They bond together.
My kids could go and play with other children and not only be entertained, but know they were learning critical skills for language, cooperation, cognitive development, and that I could sit back and turn to another mom and connect with her.
Being a military family, we move a lot. And so finding a community when you first enter a new neighborhood can be challenging. So to come here and have this support system right off the bat has been incredible. We were able to meet some people who are gonna be lifelong friends.
We've just all done life together, and it's really cool. And my husband as well has made those connections. It's a huge part of our social life now, and it all just started here.
There's so much unknown that comes along with having a loved one with Down syndrome. It's so amazing and such a relief to be able to walk in here and get some of those answers, to see what your life can be like, to walk into a place and know that there is someone who can validate that for me, who can say, I get it, girl, I've been there. Yes, it's terrifying, but there's also some excitement to it. And just knowing that this place is here, that I have a place to rely on, that I have people to rely on, takes away all that fear